say it's got to be one of the hottest trends. It's called Pinterest.
Getting great ideas for almost any aspect of your life, great recipes, great desserts, right? Well, our friends at Goodwill have a page, and they have some great ideas for us. And today, Jill Wallace is here. And Jill, I have to tell you, it's hard to even rein yourself in when you're on Pinterest because there are so many great ideas.
I know. I will pass an entire night and, 3 hours later realize that I'm still on Pinterest.
So the folks at Goodwill, you have so many great finds and so many great treasures and so many great opportunities that you actually have started a Pinterest page.
We have, and when you think of Pinterest and Goodwill, it's a perfect match. When you shop at Goodwill, you never know what you're going to find. And of course, you can upcycle anything at Goodwill, and that's where Pinterest comes in. You can take any piece of furniture and make it into something fantastic. Same thing with clothing or even just random household items.
The great thing about this is you brought in 2 gorgeous pieces, but the upcycling is amazing because you never know the history behind these pieces, and that really gives it that sentimental value. But let's talk about these pieces and kind of how they've been transformed.
Absolutely. Well, when we first got these 2 pieces in, they looked nothing like this, of course. They were just very basic, kind of rough around the edges. And so we decided, okay, we're gonna do our own little Pinterest project. And so we recovered the cushion here, of course.
Yeah, this is just amazing because is this just a pad that you put on here, a little pillow?
Yep.
And then you found some beautiful fabric.
Yes, and this actually wasn't black before. This wasn't this nice lacquered look. So we painted that, and then we put the new fabric on. I mean, and it's such a cute accent piece.
Oh yeah, you put this in a house. You can put it, in your living room.
Definitely.
It's a conversation starter.
It is.
Absolutely.
It is.
Yeah.
It's very cute.
And what I've always found too about the great options for furniture, if somebody's going away to college or starting that first apartment, you have some great, very affordable options, but this really just takes it and it makes it almost seem like it's designer.
That's right. I mean, you could pick something up like this for maybe $7 and then make it into something that you would find at a boutique.
Yeah, wonderful. Okay, so tell us about this next table because it's got a little handle open.
I know, me too. This is very interesting, definitely. I had never seen anything like this before, but it's called a smoking table. And as you can see, an ashtray is supposed to go in here. And but it's a very unique piece. And when this is actually closed, of course, you have no idea it's a smoking table. It's a little side table, just a cute piece. Again, this was cream when we got it, painted it red, kind of gave it that rough look. And it's just, it's a very eccentric piece that you can do accents with in your house.
So cute. It looks vintage.
It
almost,
does. It definitely does.
Going back to Pinterest, I mean, if people have never been on the site, I mean, how do they start and get ideas? Because you're helping out with that.
Right. Well, on our Pinterest website, we'll post projects just like this, and we'll give you ideas of things that you can find at Goodwill and ways to upcycle them. I know that we've got a couple of pictures for the viewers. In fact, we took a table, and it was a very rough kind of coffee-looking end table, and changed it up. It's a bright white table, even changed the hardware on it, and it looks fantastic once it's done. It looks like something you might buy at Pier 1.
Right, for more than $100.
Absolutely,
easily.
And you may have paid $5 for that. And this is one of my favorites. I love it, the chalkboard table. How great for kids. I don't know if people are familiar with the chalkboard paint, but it comes in all colors. It's great. You can just wipe everything off with a wet rag, and it's like you can start fresh then on whatever you'd like to draw on the table. But a very simple idea.
Yeah, it is really great. So let's remind people too about the great work of Goodwill, because it is great that as shoppers or as people who are looking for great bargains or unique items that we can really stretch our budget, but really what happens to those dollars as we spend them supports a wonderful amount of programmings and projects.
Absolutely, and we just got our year-end numbers in, and I always get so excited with that because we placed almost 900 people into employment last year, and we served about 3,500 people through job training programs. So we do so much good for our community, but also the community is doing for us as well when they're shopping at Goodwill, when they're making those donations, when you're buying an end table like this and upcycling it. It's all for a great cause, and that's the great part about Goodwill.
Yeah, you talk about those almost 1,000 people that you place. Those are people with previous barriers to becoming employed.
Absolutely. Those are people who have had some sort of life struggle, and they've probably been employed before, but this is their second or third opportunity that we're giving them to really get their feet on the ground and help them become self-sufficient.
Oh, well, every one of your locations offers so much, so many unique items.
Definitely.
Not only furniture, clothing.
Right.
But let's talk about the donations, because sometimes you see a piece of furniture maybe you've had for years and you think, what can I do with this? It goes out to the curb.
That's right.
But you could really use that.
We can, because donations are the backbone of Goodwill. Without the donations and without the community making those donations, really we would have no programming, because all of the revenue, all of those donations go directly into our job training and placement programs. And I know we've talked about this before, but we're really looking for anything, whether it's just one shoe or two shoes, we're able to recycle it and then generate revenue on our end, again, going directly into our training programs. So that junk drawer that you feel like you're not sure what to do with, we'll take those items. We take computers, televisions, things that a lot of places wouldn't typically take.
Yeah, and you strip it down to bare bones. It doesn't matter. I mean, it could be from, running from 1995 or something.
Exactly.
You take the wires apart, the plastic apart, everything that becomes recyclable.
It does, and then, it's a commodity and we're able to sell it in bulk.
Yeah, wonderful.
Yeah.
Well, thanks, Jill. Always fascinating, always
thanks for
great
having
stuff.
me.
And of course, you've got new items and the Blue Boutiques. Don't forget that.
I know.
Love that place.
I know, so
Love
fun,
it.
great fashions.
Yeah, great place to shop.
It is wonderful. So I got to say, one more reason to get back into Pinterest.
That's right.
Right.
And thanks for sharing so many great ideas on Pinterest.
Yeah, I know Pinterest is a very fun site, so yeah.
It is. Well, thank you so much. Don't go away. We'll be right back.